please look at me.
Oh,
No problem. Welcome. Nice of you to come. You just had a speech next door.
Yeah, thanks.
Could you please tell me what's your name and what are you doing?
my name's Ian Hogarth, and I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Songkick.com. And we are basically doing two things. We're helping people find out about concerts that are coming to their city, and if the band's not coming, we're helping them bring the band.
So is it an app or is it a site or is it both?
It's both, yeah. So we have a website and mobile apps for iPhone and Android. Just go to the App Store, Songkick. Hundreds of thousands of people, sign up to our service every month.
So how long is Songkick around?
Since 2007.
So it's you make a profit. So you make money. So because you can keep on going.
Yeah, we make money.
Yeah.
We always try to sort of prioritize growth. So the company's growing really quickly, and I guess we see our responsibility as making the live music industry better for artists and fans.
What has been your biggest challenge so far?
I think that that's a good question. I suppose probably hiring the best people. As a company, that's probably the biggest challenge. We're based in London. We have a really world-class team, but you have to, because London's not Silicon Valley, you have to work harder to find truly world-class people to build technology.
And does it mean especially the technical people? Because in Holland, that's usually a
Yeah,
problem, finding the right people to code. And
technology, design, all different aspects of building a great product.
The biggest lesson so far?
I think to just really focus on what people want. It sounds trite, but you can get really caught up in your own head and what you want. But what you really need to do is get out there and talk to your users and understand, how they think about the world, what their problems are, and try and solve a real big problem that they have. And if you do that, then everything tends to go quite well.
And when you say talk to your users, do you really go out and talk to them?
Yeah, we actually have a lab in our office where people come in and use our products on a weekly basis, and we watch them use our site and use our apps, and we figure out what is not working, how can we make it easier, how can we make it better, how can we make it faster, and we iterate every week as a result.
Yeah, so you invite people to come in and just play with.
Yeah, we say, use this site. How does this feel? What is and we learn how to make our products better by watching our users use them.
You are here at Eurosonic Noorderslag. You were invited to speak here. What was the point you wanted to make?
I think we have this really crazy idea, and I wanted to tell some people about it and see what they thought of it. And the crazy idea that we've been doing over the last year is, we have millions of people on Songkick who listen to music and use Songkick to discover concerts. And we're the second largest concert site in the whole world now after Ticketmaster. And we had a really crazy idea, which is, what about if we let those fans actually get involved in creating concerts by committing to buy a ticket if the band came to their city? Mm-hmm. And we tested that idea out, and it seems to be working. And so today was really my first kind of trial at telling that story in public.
So you let people buy tickets for a concert that isn't there, and you hope that so many people do that a band will say, okay, if there are so many people who want us, we'll
exactly.
come.
And it's not that they buy it, they pledge to buy it.
Uh-huh.
So they pre-commit to say, look, I'll pay $20. They authorize the charge on their credit card, but they don't get charged unless the concert happens. So it's a win-win scenario. If it happens, then you made it happen, and you got the band that you wanted to come to your city. And if the band can't come, then you've lost nothing.
And our bands are willing to participate in
they
this.
are so excited about it.
Really?
Imagine the idea of being told, 100 people in this city want to see you so much they've already committed to buy tickets. That's wonderful news, right? That's incredibly heartwarming if you put your heart and soul into making great art.
Yeah.
And so, we've had phenomenally positive reactions from fans who feel like it's democratizing and empowering them, from artists who feel like it's a way for them to take more risk and travel to more markets, mm-hmm. and from promoters who feel like it's a better it helps them have a less risky financial model.
But doesn't it work better or I can imagine that a relatively unknown band is much more up to this than, like, say, Beyonce. She probably doesn't want, because she knows she has fans everywhere.
I think if you're a true superstar, you have your Lady Gaga or Beyonce level, you can probably play any city in the world and know that. But what size of venue should you play? That might be, this might be able to help with that. But I think more importantly, we are focused on helping emerging artists. The biggest acts we've worked with are people like Hot Chip, who are a big band.
Yeah.
But we're also working with many small bands who maybe only have a few thousand fans on Facebook, but we can help them.
Yeah, that's really great. Sounds like a great tool for them, especially. Yeah. Well, the event here is about the state of music, the music industry. If I ask you about the present state of the music industry, what state is it in?
I think it's poised for one of the most exciting periods that it's ever going to have. I think we have so many positive themes flowing through the live music industry, whether it's the growth in global markets, or the diversity of acts that are succeeding nowadays, the decline of superstars in importance. There's a lot of very exciting trends, but I think the industry is still somewhat in denial. I think a lot of people would like to do things the same way they've been done for 20 years, and that just doesn't really work when technology hasn't really yet impacted the live music industry in a meaningful way. So if you look at recorded music, you've got iTunes, you've got YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all this disruption, and in live music it's basically the same as it's been since 1990, and it can be so much better if we enable technology to make it bigger and stronger.
The complaint I always hear about the live business here in Holland is that you have the small bands who can play at the local places, and you have the really big bands who make a lot of money, but there is not a lot in between.
Well, that's the biggest growth area, though. The bit in between is where all the growth is in live music. So you've got a decline in the superstars are sort of where they were, the small bands are where they were, and the middle class is actually the real growth sector. And so I think that maybe that's just hasn't quite occurred yet in Holland, but will. But globally, that's what we're seeing. The middle class is the strongest.
Yeah. According to you, what is the most important trend concerning music and technology?
I think it's the impact that free streaming music has on the rate of global discovery. So, if you can put your song on YouTube and within minutes, millions of people can listen to it around the world, you can build an audience faster and more globally than ever before. Mm-hmm. And that has a huge knock-on effect on how the touring industry needs to adapt to keep pace with that and to deliver what artists and fans need.
But does it also work? Don't people want to listen to music that's local, because they're also bands that are local, people they can touch, they can meet. Yeah.
Well, I think the whole point of live music is you can touch them, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same whether they're from Holland or the UK or from Jakarta. But I think that the local scene is where a band starts and they hone their sound, and then at some point they get to a place where they have global fans, and then they need to go and spend time with those fans as well.
What makes you enthusiastic about the music industry?
I mean, almost everything right now. I mean, I feel like what we're doing is really working, and it feels like it could be very beneficial to artists and fans. I feel like other people are doing things that I'm very excited about, and I love what SoundCloud and YouTube and others are doing to help the availability of music in all countries around the world for free. I think that there are just so many great new products coming out every year. I mean, look at what's happening with companies like Spotify making it easier to discover stuff. I mean, it's lots of exciting transformation, and I feel like we're just getting started.
Yeah. So you feel it's great times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something you would like to change though?
I mean, I think I'm sort of doing it. I think that just the process of making concerts happen is trapped in 1990, and it needs to be advanced. And I think what we're doing with Detour might be a way to do that.
And when we look at the money, at the business model, where is money to be made at this moment in the music industry?
I think it's a combination of, live and brand-related stuff. And if you look at, I always look at emerging markets to see what the new model is. And in China or in Mexico City or in Indonesia, people aren't spending money on recorded music, but they are spending money on live music. Yeah. And they are also bands are also making money from sort of brand endorsements. And so I think some combination of the two, whether it's Beats by Dre or or Dr. Dre selling out a show. I think that's where the real money is. But I don't know. I mean, that's our company is very much about that thesis that live music is what's most important. So we'll see.
So how do you make money?
We take commission on every ticket we sell. So if we sell if we help someone go to a concert, we take a percentage of the tickets.
And if you would start a business again today, would it be the same or would it be something completely different?
I think it would be the same. Yeah. I mean, for me, that's a good question. I mean, I think the more I've done this, the more I realize that startups are very hard. There's a lot of challenges, and you need something that you're sufficiently devoted to as a market, that you can sort of go through the hard periods. And if I was working on cars or something, I'm not very interested in cars, and so the moments things started to get hard, I probably would just be a bit demoralized. But because I'm working on something that I love, which is going to concerts, I feel like that energizes me through the harder times.
And does this your business, the place you're working, does it give you an opportunity to go to a lot of concerts? Do you get a lot of free tickets?
No, we have a rule actually, which is no one can take free tickets in our company. And the reason is, if we started taking free tickets, which you could do very easily, we'd forget how horrific the experience of buying tickets is right now. I mean, it's completely broken. The number of clicks, every fan that we talk to, the number one thing they say is broken once they start using Songkick and we help them discover more stuff is the ticketing experience. And so I want my team to stay focused on the pain so that we can help fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.